Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbat, Shem Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. The name of this lesson is going to be Countdown to Armageddon. All right. So let's go here first. And I just watched the beloved elder apostle Tahar put up a video of my boy Travis at the homestead. What is it? We'll see it in a second. But I saw the video yesterday and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a video on that. And then I saw the elder apostle. He made a video. I'm like, oh, he beat me to it. So in the spirit, I'm just going to move forward anyway. And you can't hear these things enough times. So lets me know that the spirit is with me. And Kal Halal Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Shem Kakadash. All right, so Ezekiel and the elder apostle did, as you would expect, he did an awesome lesson. So I guess I'm trying to skillfully add. All right, so this is Ezekiel 38, and I just want to bring out the names, okay? And then we'll look at a map, all right? So start at 2. Ezekiel 38 and 2, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, right? The chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him and say, Thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Okay? So I want to deal with the names. Gog, Magog, Meshech, Tubal, right? And then we'll jump down to 5. Because this is all about war, we know that. Persia, Iran, Ethiopia is still Ethiopia, down in the land of Ham. Same with Libya. The players have changed, though. The people, that's the land of Japheth, actually, up there. And they pushed Japheth out of there. And same in Libya, you got Ishmael. I believe that Ethiopia is still the Hamites. All right, with them, so Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, right? All of them with shield and helmet, meaning ready for war. And then you have Gomer, and you have Tagarma, okay? Just dealing with the names, all right? So let's get this map out here. And I'm not exactly sure if this map is precise, but for the sake of argument, let's say that it is. All right. So here you got Gomer, and that would be Turkey, Istanbul, or Constantinople, as it was at one time. On a different map, it's going to say that during the time of Constantine. So Tagarma, it's pointing where? Right here, where you got Syria. Okay? If this wasn't here, it would say Syria, if this arrow wasn't there. Okay? And Gomer, you see where this little, right here, in this little bubble, thought bubble, right here is pointing at Istanbul, Turkey, and saying going all the way down here. So Tagarma is pointing down here in this area, general area. Okay, we got Meshech and Tubal in Georgia. Magog. You see these names popping up? There's another map. Let me see what this one says. Okay. Now this right here, Magog is South Russia. Gomer would be Turkey. Togarma is saying is Syria. Persia, Iran, we know that. And these two, these two have their ancient names, right? Probably not the names that the Most High gave them, but we still see these names today, is my point. Okay? Iran is ancient Persia. All right? Here's Syria right here. Or the saying, Gomer and Togarma are, if they're in this circle, Syria is part in that circle. And I'm just going by the map. All right? But these are the names that we're dealing with. Okay? And what does this mean? All right? Let's read from 7. Ezekiel 38 and 7. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee. All of these names are part of a coalition. All right? Gog, Meshach, and Tubal, right? Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, Gomer, and Togarmah. Go back over here. Magog, Gomer, Togarmah, Persia, Libya, Ethiopia. They're all on each other's side. So what's going on right here? The talk of today is what is going on with Turkey being part of NATO. Who in here is all part of NATO? Well, for sure we know that Turkey is. So what's going on with Turkey? Okay. So let's take a look at that. And I'm going to try to keep this short. All right, so let's start here with what the Elder Apostle brought out. This is a Prepared Homestead.
Introducing
with Travis.
Speech-alone.
Now listen to what it says. I'm going to try to get there. Move it back.
Well, big stuff. It is being reported that
I want to hear him say something.
because I think this is some pretty big stuff.
Pretty big
it is
stuff.
being reported that Israel was fired upon.
Now he just said that the small hats, the Amalekites, are being fired upon. Let me go back real quick. This is the Prepared Homestead, May 17th, which was yesterday. Russia fired upon Israel and Central Bank warning of apocalypse, right? That word. Okay, so what are we dealing with? Countdown to Armageddon. All right, and again, I'll say this again, the Elder Apostle brought this out earlier. I saw this video yesterday. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to make a video on that tomorrow. But here we are, okay? So listen again, he's going to say that this is pretty big stuff. Why? Because it's prophecy jumping off the page. Jumping what? Jumping Jehoshaphat, okay? According to Yosemite Sam. And according to the Elder Apostle, who taught us these things, is jumping Yehoshaphat. And what is Yehoshaphat? The land of the Most High's judgment, right? Which is where that last battle, Armageddon, is going to jump off. So let's listen again.
And I thought that you should be aware of it because I think this is some pretty big stuff. It is being reported that Israel was fired upon by Russia in Syria. Now, this is unconfirmed reports. So before anyone says, oh, well, there's no proof of this.
And the Elder Apostle confirmed it. He did a little research and brought it out that this is real. It's going down. Jehoshaphat is jumping off the prophecies are jumping Jehoshaphat. All right.
Unconfirmed. This information was released in the Syrian media, and apparently there are some reports in Israel within their own government that this did happen.
Okay, now it's saying that this happened where? In Togarmah, Togarmah, going back to the prophecy.
As many of you know, Russia has troops in Syria, and they have their own weapon systems in Syria. And then Israel, at times, goes in and drops bombs and stuff on Syria, trying to get rid of some of the terrorist factions in Syria. Now,
so that's all we need. All right. The elder apostle did a brilliant job. And I'm just okay. So back to the map. Here's the map. Okay. So here's Syria. There's Russia. Okay. And what did this guy just say? Russia fired upon Israel where? In Togarmah. Now let's go back to the prophecy. Okay. Gomer, this is Ezekiel 38 and 6. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands. And many people with thee. With who? With Magog. All right. What is Russia doing? Russia, Magog is, being thou a guard unto them. And that's the prophecies jumping Jehoshaphat off the page. Okay? And as far as Jehoshaphat goes, the land of Yehoshaphat is right in here. You see how close? Okay? And in the other, let's see this. Here's Israel. Where's Yehoshaphat? It's right in there. This is wrong. Antichrist Gog. Right? They're all Antichrist. You're not the true children of Israel. You're anti-Messiah. Okay? But look to where it's pointing. Okay? All of this fighting is going on, right? But here's where the main fight is. Everything is jumping towards Jehoshaphat. All right? And Salakia for saying that over and over, but I mean, when you grew up watching Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam, you had no clue what they were throwing out there. Now it's all coming to the fore. All right? I might do a video on that tomorrow. Go get Yosemite. But here, all right, Russia fired upon Israel. What? They're being thou a guard unto them. Magog, or Gog, the land of Magog, is being thou a guard unto Togarmah. And that is the prophecy jumping off the page. Now, with that being said, trying to keep this short, let's go here. What is Turkey doing?
People ask me all the time.
Slovakia. These damn commercials. It's devil. Okay, let's watch.
Join the NATO.
Slovakia.
Let me first give you...
Let's start this from the top.
Speaking of which, NATO's latest expansion drive has hit a roadblock, and this time it's not Russia, it is one of their own. Turkey has...
So she just said that Turkey is part of NATO. Let's read this. This is Wyon channel. Gravitas. Turkey derails NATO's Nordic expansion. This is yesterday. And we all know that this is going on. But what is happening as a result of Turkey, right? First of all, here's Turkey. Gomer, according to the map. right? It's not Turkey, Gomer. Istanbul, Turkey, or Greater Turkey, coming all the way down. So for the sake of the map, let's say that Gomer is Turkey, right? And there it says with thee, and many people with thee. With who? Gog and Magog. Even though Turkey is part of NATO right now, right? They're saying, no, really, we're doing what the Most High got us doing, right? Because the Most High is the king of MK Supreme, not MK Ultra. MK stands for mind control. Okay, men's goings are of the Lord. So back to here.
Refused to support Finland and Sweden's bid to join the NATO. Let me first give you some background. Finland and Sweden are both neutral countries. Until now, they had refused to join any military alliance, neither Russian nor Western. But
so everybody's choosing sides right now. Right? Even though Turkey is part of NATO, they're like, but wait a minute, really I'm down with Russia. So they're choosing up. Finland and Sweden are choosing to go with the beast presently. Because the beast shall hate the whore coming up.
Neither Russian nor Western. But Putin's war on Ukraine has changed that position. Both Finland and Sweden ended their neutrality. They are set to apply for NATO membership. Initially, the reaction was positive. The NATO chief promised a smooth and swift entry for both countries. Just one problem, though. To expand the NATO, every member state must agree. In other words, all 30 NATO allies must sign off on that decision.
Okay, so what do you think is going to happen? If all of them must agree, and Turkey is in there making waves, what happens next by the process of elimination? We're going by what the prophecies say. And when they jump off the page, right, then we know that it bolsters our hope and our faith.
Which brings us to Turkey.
The
President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has refused to endorse this move. He says the Nordic states are harboring terrorists.
Scandinavian countries are guest houses for terrorist organizations. Members of PKK, DHPKC are hiding in Sweden and the Netherlands. They are even members of the parliament in some countries. At this point, it is not possible for us to take a positive view.
Who is Erdogan talking about? The Kurdistan Workers' Party or the PKK? Turkey has labeled them as a terror group, and Erdogan believes Sweden is harboring them. Now, just to be clear, Sweden does have a sizable Kurdish community. Some of them have even made it to the parliament. Having said that, not all of them are linked to the PKK. To win Erdogan over, Sweden and Finland are dispatching delegations to Turkey. But Erdogan says, do not bother.
Don't bother. Covered that yesterday. So now what? Turkey or Gomer is saying, nah, nope, you don't have my vote. So where do we go now? We go here. And I know I'm all over the place. I know I'm being long-winded, but bear with me. Where do we want to go? Oh, we want to go here. I saw a brother had this. I forget what his page is. Yes, it was. It's an article. Let me see. This Tyler Durden right here at Zero Hedge. Okay, so this is Zero Hedge. U.S. media begins calling to expel Turkey from NATO. Huh? So this is the newest bit of information. Do we have a date on this? Why? Because Turkey is saying, Gomer is saying, nope, Finland and Sweden can't join NATO. You don't have my vote. What does Babylon the Great say? Get them out of here. See this? Read a little bit. By Tyler Durden. An op-ed in CNN this week has called on NATO to expel Turkey if it doesn't agree to admit new applicants, Finland and Sweden, into the Western military alliance. That's all that needs to be said. Okay? Now, can you see this thing? This is the countdown to Armageddon. All right? The countdown to Armageddon. What is Persia going to do? Okay, Salaki. Here's Persia. You got Magog. You got Gomer. You got Togarmah, which is down here. You got Persia. What's going on in Ethiopia right now? Okay. And who's down there helping the Ethiopia? Does anybody even know that Ethiopia is involved in a war right now? Let's get that. And then we'll I want to play this one thing on Tony Blair, but let's show what they're not. See, they're not touting this in the mainstream media, but this guy, Military and Foreign Affairs Network, he does an extensive, look at this, Tigray Defense Force topple Eritrean regime. So he's got Russia-Ukraine war, and then he's got the Ethiopian war, and this is yesterday. This is an hour ago. So he's keeping you up on what's going on. This is being largely hidden. This is going on in the land of Ham right now. But wait a minute. Okay. Ethiopia, right? Libya is the other one. What's going on here? Well, this is the countdown to Armageddon. Right? Is not Russia down there helping the Ethiopians? Yes, they are. Going back to being thou a guard unto them. Unto who? Gog, the land of Magog, is being a guard unto who? Unto Ethiopia. Unto Iran over there. Syria. And now they're about to come after Turkey. So we can clearly see, right? We got that eye salve. We got the oil, right? Thanks to the elder apostles of GMS on down. All right, so just wanted to show that now. Okay, so Military and Foreign Affairs Network, this guy goes into battlefield Ethiopia. Okay?
In 1906, we were successful because we had each other's back when no one else did.
Salaki.
We built.
The voice of reason.
Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, we continue our coverage of the ongoing civil war taking place inside of the former state of Ethiopia, and we're first going to start with an analysis of the ongoing Abiy loyalist operation against the Oromo Liberation Army.
See? So he goes way deep into it. Now, we're not going to get stuck in there. I just wanted to show you that there's a war, a civil war, if you will, going on in Ethiopia. And Russia is involved, sending weapons. You know, they got forward observers and all of that. All right, now, we'll end it off with this. This is, Let's look at this. Bear with me.
Was Western facing, anxious to have
So
a good.
Tony Blair used to be the Prime Minister of Great Britain. Okay? And this guy Fareed Zakaria is doing an interview. Okay, so this is May 15th, a couple of days ago. CNN channel, it says, former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair recounts his first meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin and how he changed from Western facing to cold and calculating. Now, before we watch that, I'm going to try to make this quick. Let's get this real quick. Because these things, when you understand the Most High's playbook, which he's shown, right, to his servants, the prophets, then you can bring this thing out. This is Proverbs 21. Okay, let's start there. Proverbs 21, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So, what happened to Vlad? We're about to find out. Vlad is the king. He's the king of Gog, the land of Magog. But what happened to him? Here's what happened to him right here. Right? And I like to go further. I go in here to a different version, if you will, and I go to good news. And what do you have? The Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, controls the mind of a king. So Vlad Tepish, Vlad the Impaler, Vladimir Putin, is under very, very strong mind control. Matter of fact, we call it MK, not ultra, but supreme, as in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. MK supreme. Got it? Now let's get this. Man's going. So all these people, they're going to fight their hearts out for who? For the Most High. Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So everybody is doing exactly what the Most High got you doing. Let's get this. Slumberings. Okay. Job 33, 15 and 16. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, including Vlad, in slumberings upon the bed, including Erdogan, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. You understand? So the Most High is the all-time king of MK Supreme. Got it? Now, we can go back here. Let's find out what happened to Vlad. I just showed you. Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart, which is his mind, is being controlled by the Most High.
The aging process is a little bit visible from those old pictures. But anyway,
Not of Putin, by the way, more of you.
exactly.
What did you tell us? Everyone is wondering about this question. He seemed rational, incremental, calculating, logical. He now seems emotional, angry. What is your sense of the trajectory?
What happened to Vladimir? Back in the day, he was your homie. What happened to the nigga now? Well, we just read it. One more time, real quick, just to hone in. Okay? Just to hone in. I know, right? Not this, Salakia. That's it. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. His mind is being controlled. Now go back. Let's listen to Tony's answer.
So the first Putin I met was Western facing, anxious to have a good relationship with the West. He used to insist that we met in St. Petersburg because it's the Western facing great city of Russia. Then I think he found the challenges of reform and change in Russia too great, and he decided to consolidate power in a more autocratic way and then become a Russian nationalist. And so the second incarnation of Putin, if you like, was cold and calculating and brutal, but still, I would say, entirely rational within his own terms. The anxiety I think everyone has is that he's now completely detached from reality, surrounded by people who won't tell him the truth. And this is why this incredible miscalculation, I mean, leave aside the wickedness of it, I mean, the miscalculation strategically and in every possible way has been enormous. I mean, how he could ever have thought, anyone who knows Ukraine, and we both know Ukraine, I mean, anyone who knows it, knows that there was never any question of Ukrainians agreeing to be subjugated to Russia in this way.
So basically what he said is, well, Vlad, he was down with the NWO in the day. He was with us. We were moving forward together. And what happened? The Most High put them hooks in his jaws. Okay, so it's jumping off of the page. All right, so go back and watch the rest of this if you see fit. All right, Tony Blair explains what he thinks changed Putin. Well, we know what changed Putin. The Most High. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. What did he do? He turneth it. Okay? He turned it. He put hooks in his jaws and did what? He turneth it. Now let's go back to Ezekiel. See this word turn? I shall turn thee back. Vlad was turned back and turned out. Ezekiel. And this is it. Salakia for running on. Okay? Ezekiel 38. And I will turn, he turneth it whithersoever he will. And I will turn, this time he's being turned what? Back. And put hooks into thy jaws. I'm going to make you do what the hell I want you to do. As a beloved elder apostle brought out. Okay, so I'm just expounding on it a little bit. All right, so we see what's going on. The prophecies are jumping off the page, jumping Jehoshaphat. Everybody's jumping down to Yahweh Shaphat. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect were edified, and you brothers and few sisters, and with that, we're going to say shalom.